Hello, everyone. It's been a little while since I've posted an update video about our activities in Ukraine, and today I'd like to do just that because there have been a lot of updates. And first, I'd like to begin by saying, today is my birthday! Woo! No, but in all seriousness, I mean, it is my birthday, and I'd like to take this opportunity to say, in lieu of all those incredible flowers and expensive bottles of wine and jewelry that you were, of course, going to gift me, to instead support my Colin for Ukraine Defense Fund. What is that exactly? Well, as you may know, our various Ukrainian fundraisers activities, all of that money, without exception, goes directly to the vehicles, the ambulances, the evacuation vehicles, the vans, the buses, for the soldiers. We don't get anything out of that. In fact, we pay to participate in all of this in the form of travel costs, marketing costs, merchandise costs, time costs, etc. And it can kind of add up a little bit. So I'm creating my own little personal fund for my own Ukraine costs. And if you support me, if you support what I'm doing, if you support what we're doing, and if you trust me, then please consider making a donation to that for my birthday. Anyway, I want to now talk about all the updates, all the things that we've been up to, what we're planning, and what will happen in the future, and specifically where this money, if you decide to donate to me for my birthday, where that specifically will go to. Small spoiler alert at the end there. Hopefully we can get me to Washington, D.C. in October to help expand our 50 states fundraiser. So where are we? First, I want to begin with where were we? You may remember this from about 3 months ago. My brother and I made this video. Well, we're back from Kyiv, and we have an idea. What's the idea? 50 states for Ukraine. 50 battalions. Each state has their own battalion. Florida battalion, Texas battalion, California battalion, even a Rhode Island battalion. You may remember that. That was the idea about 3 months ago. What has happened in these 3 months since? Well, we started with Florida, the Florida battalion, thanks to Brett Up the Grove and his team, Keith Ory, etc. Florida became the first state to launch, and they were successful. As you can see here, they broke their fundraising goal and raised enough money to provide a NAFO truck. This truck was then delivered shortly thereafter. I want to show you some of the pictures of that. This is the actual truck. If you donated to the Florida battalion, this is where your money went toward. I'm going to hide that. There's the state flag of Florida. This is the alligator battalion patch. Right? I loved this patch. I thought this was so cool. This truck was also specifically designated to a fallen service member of Ukraine. And in fact, one of the family members was a part of the Florida battalion in raising funds for this truck. This soldier's call sign was 3D. That's why we printed that on the truck. His real name is Dennis Pisarev, and he was a sergeant unit commander. This truck went to the 36th Separate Marine Brigade, and Florida got us off to a flying start. Here we see the Mother Maiden Monument, where the handover happened, together with several other trucks that other folks around the world successfully fundraised for. But we didn't stop at Florida. The next states that launched were both California and Texas. And this fundraiser wrapped up just a little moment ago. They also broke their goal of $22,700 and raised somewhat more than that. And that truck will be delivered very soon. So what do things look like now? I want to show you this map. This is the map of our progress. So in green, these are all the states that have launched fundraisers. New Jersey, Delaware, Florida, Texas, Arizona, Utah, California. And in blue, you see Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Georgia. They're currently setting up. So we've been very busy recruiting leaders of the various battalions. And I want to show you a little bit about everything. Here, I forgot to mention this. This was some of the fun that we had from the California and Texas campaign. We had a little competition to see who could raise more money. Texas versus California, the traditional rivals, and it was very successful. California ended up having more patches requested, and Texas was successful in raising more overall donations, although it was very close. Here you can see all of the current fundraisers that are happening. We have also launched a Blue Sky account. So if you want to follow, oh, wow, cool. Yesterday it was about 270 something. Now we have 309 followers on Blue Sky. We also have a LinkedIn page if you want to follow us there. And very thankful to the team that's supporting us. We have now about 30 people in total in the 50 States for Ukraine campaign, which is just incredible. And we're still looking for more. My brother put this together. Showing the different patches. I'm going to show you a little bit more of a deep dive into the different campaigns that have launched now since Florida, California, and Texas. Here we have one of the organizations we work with in addition to Help 99. They're called Car for Ukraine. And we have here the Delaware Battalion, the Utah Battalion, Arizona Battalion, and New Jersey Battalion. And I love their patch designs. If you donate $100 100 euros or more, or $115 because of the exchange rate, then you get this patch, or you get a General of 50 States patch, or a USA Ukraine flag pin, just as a thank you from us for supporting us. Utah is more than halfway. Well done, Utah. Arizona. So let me actually tell you a little bit about the patch designs. So we picked this patch design because the Utah state symbol, as you can see from their state flag, is a beehive. And so we have here a drone using a beehive to take out a Russian Z tank. Here with Arizona as well, for example, they just kicked off. Here's the state flag, and we have a star using laser eyes to burn a Russian Z tank. And here, the Delaware Battalion, much like in Europe, also in the United States, we have different state quarters. And Delaware was literally the first state of the United States, and this is what the state quarter looks like. So we basically made a tribute to that for the patch. And Delaware, this little state of Delaware, wow, they're about 70% or more of their goal. Well done, Delaware. And New Jersey, again, little state that decided to have a big goal, and they just started. So not too many donations yet, but we will watch their career with great interest. What else can I show you? Florida, because they're awesome, they now launched a second campaign. Well done, Florida. You can get the limited edition flamingo patch or the Florida mosquito in solidarity with Ukraine, stinging a Russian Z soldier in the bottom. And basically, this brings me to my conclusion. If you want to support me continuing to do this work, I want to specifically show you what my goal is. I would like in the fall 2025, October 25th, 20 to 29, I'd like to go to Washington, D.C. I'd like to go there specifically to the Ukraine Action Summit. This is a gathering of all the important people from the United States and around the world to connect, to network, to strategize, to lobby, and to basically do everything that they can to continue supporting Ukraine. You remember the map that I showed you? We want this entire map to be green. I am hoping that I can make it there in order to recruit more state leaders. And yeah, so please help me do that. Travel costs, especially to the United States, are not inexpensive. And I'm going to play for you a little video about what the United States, the American Coalition for Ukraine is all about, so that you can get a little impression.
Our delegates, over 500 people from all over the United States, came to meet with their elected officials. We had delegations from 47 states, which included a wide variety of individuals, Ukrainians, Ukrainian Americans, and just Americans that care about Ukraine.
We still are very resolved to win in this war.
That's all for this update video. Glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. Send me to Washington, D.C. Information on how to donate is somewhere in the description, left, right, up, down, center, depending on what platform you're watching this on. Thank you very much.